Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Disciples 2. I'm finally getting around to starting the Mountain Clans campaign. We've done the Empire and we've done the Undead Hordes. So now, let's start the Mountain Clans and let's start their Dark Prophecy campaign. Now, for the Mountain Clans, I wasn't sure which type of leader I wanted to have. Well, I'll pick this portrait anyway, and I think I'm going to go with the Mage Lord. For my playstyle, typically the only one that's useful is the Warrior Lord, but I do want to show off some of the higher level spells. And the only way to do that is to play as the Mage Lord. They're the only ones who can access level 5 spells, and some of them are really nice. I might even make a bonus video later on showing the level 5 spells for some of the other races, because the Undead especially have some amazing ones. And also the hero for the Mountain Clans that you start with when you pick a Mage Lord is kind of the one I wanted to use. So it saves me a little bit of money right at the beginning, which is also helpful. So anyway, let's kick this off, shall we?
More than a decade has passed since the first great wars ended. When infernal beasts and demons poured forth from the ground, the human empire did their best to resist the unholy onslaught. Alas, the beloved queen was killed, and Uther, the sole heir, disappeared from the realm. The combined forces of the Empire and Mountain Clans with the retrieved runic wisdom sealed the infernal rift before the Accursed One could arise. The menace posed by the undead hordes came to an end with the beheading of the Dwarven High King Sturmir. Mortis's vengeance accomplished, her minions fell lifelessly to the ground. Their languid voices echoed with no answer. Bards feared to weave tales of the suffering brought by the first great wars. Stories of these terrible events traveled only on witches' winds. A decade had passed since the Infernal Gate was sealed. 10 years of relative peace for the Mountain Clans. From the 12 clans, only 7 emerged from the Great Wars, and many feared yet another encounter with the perfidious undead hordes. When High King Sturmir Thunderhammer was slaughtered, the surviving clans elected Morok Cloudkeeper as ruler. Sturmir had reigned for many decades, and the clans grieved this terrible loss. Morok was a brave warrior, but he failed to foster unity, and in time some clans departed to find refuge in higher mountains. Wotan, god of the dwarves, had granted his disciples 12 ancestral runes to protect their race. Before the first great wars, each clan had guarded one of the runes. Now, with 5 of the clans annihilated, the runes were scattered. Morok ordered his forces to search the rubble of the dead clan cities for the lost runes.
Day 1. And our leader... what shall we call him? Well, it's close to what we were given as the default, Derek. Sounds good. I depend on you to seek out the clans which fell during the first Great Wars. The clans Springfrost, Cragwell, and Skymine lie closest. Salvage the runes from the ruins of their once great cities and return them to me. Okay, will do. So, this is Derek. He's a Loremaster. And he attacks everybody for 30 damage. Now the thing with the mountain clans is they're powerful, but they're slow. Their initiative is much lower than any other race. So you will always be going last, which is sometimes very, very terrible, especially when you come up against the higher level parties of the other races that have a lot of damage output, as well as high initiative. Now for our starting units, this is a difficult choice to make. I was thinking about putting just 3 dwarves right on the front row and just leave it at that, because I think that would give us the most damage output. Or I could go with a hill giant and a dwarf, and that would save us some money as well, so I think I'll do it this way. And then that way we're doing a fair bit of damage. We got 60, 30, and 30 to everybody. And I think this is a good way to start. Hopefully I'm not wrong. Yeah, I think the extra damage is probably the best thing to do. I think I would prefer having 2 hill giants, but we can't do that quite yet because our leadership is still quite low. But still, with this setup, we should be able to take at least the first parties out fairly easily. So that takes care of that, and then we can move on. Ooh, we do not want to have him face the Master Thug. That would be incredibly bad. Okay, so he will take care of that guy, and then he should go down. And unfortunately, the Master Thug will get another attack, severely damaging our hill giant. But we should get a lot of experience for this as well, at least. Well, never mind. The Mountain Clan's units also require a lot more experience to level up, as opposed to the other races, which usually were about 100 for the melee units. The Mountain Clans, their dwarf is 130 before he levels up, which is not nice. And as we are the Mage Lord, we do have a magic tower already built. We've got some spells we can buy, although we don't have quite enough mana for that. These are the spells we've got available, although we won't be buying very many of these, I don't think. Possibly healing later on, but I'm not a fan of spells. Really. They cost way too much for what you get out of them, I feel. So I tend to stick to just certain buffs and debuffs where possible. I don't go for the damage ones, although we don't really have too many of those available to us as the Mountain Clans. Huh. Well, I could... This way seems a little easier, but this way should yield more reward. And I think the legions are down to the left anyway, so we probably want to avoid them. In fact, I might go that way. And give him a potion to make sure we don't die. Yeah, if I had left him at the level he was at, he would have died. So good thing I gave him that potion. because he will be taking another attack. Oh yeah, he definitely would have died. Then we get some more experience. And there's another master. Oh goodness, 2 master thugs. Now I don't think I can quite handle them yet. I'd like to go back to my town, or city, capital, and heal up. But I don't have the money to do it manually, so I'd just be leaving them sitting there for a while, which is not good. My lord, how did the runes ever become lost? Will Wotan not be angry if we treat his gifts thus? After the Great Wars, much was lost. Whole cities were burned, and clans extinguished. We had no way to protect the runes then, but now we must show strength. Okay. Let's make sure we find those runes then, so we don't piss off our god. I could potentially take these guys on, but it would mean using both of these, which I am fine with, actually. So let's do that. Let's take these guys out quickly. Oh, you know what? That is not good. I would have preferred if the one at the bottom had went first, because he would have attacked my dwarf, and then the other one would not have attacked my dwarf. So that's unfortunate, but as long as we can survive this turn with 1 HP, holy. And as long as nobody else misses on my side, we should be A-okay. So we've survived it anyway, with 1 health. Now hopefully we can find some way to heal up. If this is a potion, that would be perfect. We'll keep that open for now, just so I can see where I'm at. It does cost 300 gold for that temple. I don't quite have the resources to build it and heal up. Ooh, an artifact. I can't use that quite yet, but as soon as I get a level on me, that'll be the first thing I pick. So let's go back to town, and I've only got 1 movement point left, so this is the perfect opportunity for me to just hide out like a coward. Also, I'm going to be building a brewery and a mountain peak for a total of 500 gold, which is basically all I've got. So let's build the brewery first, and then we might give in and build a temple after this. Or possibly research healing. I think healing is only 200. Of course, we've only got 375, but it would be helpful. Let's check that out real quick. Healing costs 200, and then another 200 to cast it. So we don't have enough yet to justify that. But we can build this because we won't need to worry about him leveling up anytime soon. And then, oops. And then we can heal him for 83. That's not terrible. A little better than I was expecting anyway, so now we can start taking out some of these lower level parties over here and hopefully get our dwarf leveled up soon. Okay, so these guys are no problem, just smack them about a bit. One of them survived, unfortunately, so he will get an extra attack. And then we can push forward to the next battle. A couple more thugs. Maybe I should have gone back to the capital instead to get it a little more healing again. Yeah, I've run out of potions already. It's another problem with the mountain clans is you don't have any way to heal yourself aside from the ones that are given to all races. There's no units that'll heal you. There's no units that will heal themselves. So this will be probably the most challenging campaign I've done so far. How much gold have I got? 267. I feel like I can probably justify this expense. So I didn't spend all the money I got that turn, which is good. Now, what I need to do is I need to start ranging out farther. I don't really want to take this guy on yet. I kind of want to go this way. So I think I'll start going up this small river over here. And since I'm not getting into combat this turn, any money I make will not be spent on healing. So that can go towards my next structure. And this... Ooh, 3 archers. And a sky mine. Okay, so this is where one of our... what are they? Runestones or whatever is hiding out. But it's a little challenging. 95 health only. I don't think I can handle this battle yet. Not without losing my leader. Which is never a good thing. So I'll just end my turn and try to sneak on by and maybe discover another battle up here somewhere. That's a little easier. A couple of orcs will be challenging, but will reward us with quite a lot of experience. I don't know if I can handle 2 at the moment though. Oh, I don't have enough movement points anyway, so I guess we'll have to end this turn as well without doing anything. Hopefully we can get some sort of movement spell or boots soon so I don't suffer such a huge penalty on the water. Actually, I could probably research that. I don't know if I can just yet. Ooh, there it is. And it only costs 50 to cast. So this is pretty good. Although I won't do anything this turn because I just really want the one battle and that's it. And then hopefully we can survive. We can take out this goblin first so that our hill giant takes as little damage as possible. And then take out the orc. If I have him wait... There we go. That should work out a little better, and we should actually be able to kill... Never mind. Well, we should have been able to kill the orc that turn. But our giant missed. So we're at 113. Getting very close, but we're also almost dead. So next couple of turns I'll have to take the long road back to my capital to heal up. And I think I will actually research healing this time around, just to cut down on the amount of money that I'll need to spend once I get there. So let us do that. Healing for 200. And I can cast it again. Although I probably should save my mana a little bit. This will take 2 full turns to get there. Unless I use Seafaring. Well, I don't want to attack it, so I'll use Control Move. Still will take another full turn. So let's at least move up to here to see what this guy... Ooh. Definitely not possible for us. We'll go down this way. And I guess we'll just end our turn here. And then hope that we can actually make it to our capital on the next turn. Yeah, going the way he went. Okay, there we go. That'll work just fine. So let's get in there. We have no movement points, so we might as well wait. And then we'll heal up on the next turn. And we've got plenty of gold now as well. So we can build that... Oops, wrong one. We can build that structure, the mountain peak, so that we're prepared for him to level up. And then I see the legions over here. I'm tempted to leave the Master Thug, but I'm sure they can plow through him very easily. So I'm not sure whether it's a good idea to attack down that way or not. I'd like to go up this way, but I'm still not quite capable of handling the parties up there, so let's just go take this guy out. And actually the legions are behind the mountains. So we should be fine. So we're taking heavy damage. Okay. And we're one experience point away. Ah, goodness. There is a shop here. So I can buy some potions since I've got some extra money now. I mean, really I don't need money for much else. Aside from maybe... You know what? I'd rather you weren't here. Potions, potions, potions. One of these would be nice as well, but I think I'd prefer the... I think I prefer the bracers. So we'll do that. The Orb of Vigor... Actually, I can use orbs, can't I? I can. So this might be worthwhile. 25%. That's not bad. And these as well. Potion of Invulnerability is always a good choice. But we'll save that for later because we do want to try to heal a little bit before we take on Bale. If we even can. I know if I can survive the battle, I'll be in a good position. I just don't know for sure if I can survive. Although he's far enough away now that it really doesn't matter. So what I'll do is I'll heal up real quick. And then I will end the episode. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.